Hi everyone. Right, just a video update of what I've been up to. Well, as you can see, I've done my box of American Civil War artillery, and I've done them up as a battery for the Union, and I'll probably get another box and do the same but for the Confederates. So I've got some variety, because what I've done with them, I made my own bases for them, because what I want to do, I don't know whether this project I'm going to play Black Powder, I don't know, Fire and Fury, whatever or I quite fancy doing a sharp practice, but then I don't want to limit what I've got just to play that game. So what I've done, as that's a sort of grand skirmish, I would call it, and Black Powder's a big battles thing. What I've done, I made these bases. So if you see, I've made all the guns come off, but what I've done it so that each figure comes off, and I've made like a base movement tray. And all I did, I drilled holes where I needed them and decked out so it was a bit of variety, so each gun was different, and then just put a very thin layer of card underneath once I drilled through. So now it's more like a sort of movement tray, which has worked quite well, and it looks quite good, I think. And I'm really chuffed with the way it's come out, because now I can just use these as a battery of Union guns for Black Powder, let's say, or I could have an individual gun for sharp practice, whatever, and then I've just got that variety and that being able to do it. What I've done as well, I've done two up as normal Napoleonic guns, I think they're 12-pounders, but then I've done one as a rifled artillery piece. So I've got the variety there, or I could just say, oh, they're all one of it. But anyway, just a bit more variety painting up. But yeah, quite easy to paint up. The Union seem to be very easy to paint, and I've sort of adapted my paint scheme as well slightly, because my original Union I didn't think the trousers were quite light enough, but I didn't want to go down the electric blue, so I've just lightened them up a touch with just adding a little bit of electric blue to the mix, just to like them. But I do like this set that comes with all the limbers and everything, and you can have them open or shut. It just makes it all look a little bit better, I think. But anyway, so that's my Union artillery. Next thing I've been doing, for my Desert War project, let's push these all back a bit. Desert War project, I had a few British just on out of a blister that for some reason I had neglected to paint. So what I've done, just painted them up. So there's just an extra soldier, radio man, there's an officer just with a pistol, another NCO. This gives me a few more varieties, a few more choice. And then this guy's a mortar loader. Oh, sorry, fat thumbs in there. But what I did, I just put a bit of mini putt inside the bat over the tubes and made it a medic, and made him a medic. So, because he's got no rifle, so I thought that sort of killed two birds with one stone, right? Having to get a medic figure when I had a spare one. So yeah, that's the figures I've been painting up. I painted this guy up last night, just as a random, saw him in the drawer, so just had a quick hour or so and painted him up, which just an extra, he was in the drawer, paint him up. So that's that. I have been working a lot on terrain in the last 2 weeks, which I'm going to do a separate video, because I've been doing a lot of terrain for North Africa. And I've built a fort, and I've built, well, a fort / city walls, and I've built a oil refinery storage piece, which I'm just in the middle of finishing. So I will probably get another video out either end of this week or beginning of next week, just when I finish them, or maybe next week sometime, just to show you the finished article. I don't really want to show you halfway through, but and that's it. I'm not sure what I'm working on yet. Next, still got 2 battalions of 15mm 7 years war to do for the British, but don't know. And I need to paint some other bits of ACW, so might be a bit of that. Not sure yet. But anyway, as regarding to last week or 2 weeks ago, I asked a question about Stonewall Jackson, didn't I? And actually the consensus is that he may have made a little bit of difference on the battlefield, but in the great scheme of things, probably not, which probably is right. But I think the consensus was that it wouldn't win the battle just with Jackson. I think there was too many errors elsewhere, strategic, that, and I think if we're honest, the Union war machine was too powerful for them. But you never know. You never know. It's that famous what if question, isn't it? I mean, it's like the what if question about Napoleon at Waterloo. If he'd have just been on his game a bit more, if you'd have met him, if you'd have met Wellington 4 years earlier, whatever. That's the thing about history, isn't it? You can always have these what if questions. But anyway, waffling now. So I've been watching everyone's videos. I'm trying to comment where I can. Really enjoying a lot of them, actually. But they've all taken a little bit of a hit because it's the Six Nations at the moment. So I'm doing quite a bit of watching that, which has been thoroughly enjoyable. Well, until 3 days ago when England lost to Wales. But there you go. Win some, lose some. There's always the next game, isn't there? And so, yeah. I've got a question for everyone this week. Now, this is not a what if or an. It's just interested to think, because I've been chatting to my friend Nick, and well, you all know Nick, British Legion, and he's one hell of a guy for World War II stuff. With everything has to be a tiger or a king tiger or stuff like this, and I always say that when you've got models on the table, you should always have far more Stugs and Panzer IVs than you do Tigers and Tiger 1, just because there were more. But it's all good fun. So you can put whatever you want on there. But my question this week is, what does everyone think was the best tank, pound for pound, in World War II? Now, overall, because a Tiger was very powerful, but the problem is with a Tiger, there weren't as many built as could have altered things. You could go down T-34. T-34, you've got thousands and thousands and thousands of the damn things, and they were actually quite a good tank. You got Shermans, who literally flooded the market, but they weren't particular. What did the Germans call them? Tommy cookers. They used to burst into flames. So many tanks. I mean, you got the Panzer III, Panzer IV. Just interested on everyone's thoughts, what they think was the best tank of World War II. Anyway, I'll stop my waffle and I'll catch you in the next one. See you all soon. Bye.